everyone, and welcome to Travel Tip Tuesdays. Today we're going to talk about travel tips for a long haul flight. They're great because that's how you get to some very unusual destinations. We might have to fly a long ways to get there, but I'm just going to share a few tips real quick with you today to make it a little better experience. Now, the longest flight I've been on was actually from New York to Singapore. It had 2 stops, and it was actually a 24-hour flight, and it was in coach. So the tips I'm going to give you today are really some tips for when you're traveling coach. The number one tip is, if you can afford it, up for business class or first class, but there's quite a price difference, sometimes up to 5 to 6 times higher. So I'm going to give you some tips when you're doing it in coach, which I often do. Number one, spring for a more roomy economy seat. Do a little look at the seat map of the particular aircraft you're going on. For example, when I flew to South Africa on British Airways, I found if I got on the upstairs, that there was an upstairs had coach, and the coach seats in the upstairs part of that flight had 2 by 2 by 2 and were roomier, but they went fast. So it's good to know that ahead of time, especially always book far in advance if you can. That's also helpful. Or sometimes they have a little roomier towards the front, still in the economy section, but it might have a little extra charge and it's a little roomier. So check those out. Number 2, try to get an exit or a bulkhead seat. They're going to have more leg room. You really want to stretch out those legs, really go for the bulkhead. It makes a big difference. Normally I don't like to fly bulkhead flying domestically, but international I always like to get bulkhead if I'm in coach. Also, wear comfortable shoes, and not just comfortable shoes, but comfortable everything. Nothing tight and binding, maybe yoga pants, your most comfortable pants that you are going to feel less binding and comfortable because you're going to be sitting for a long time. Number 4, wear socks. Something that's easily forgotten, especially in the summer if women have sandals or men with flip-flops. Try to wear socks because your feet will get cold on a flight. It's more comfortable to have a little coverage there. And even a lot of times I'll just stick a pair of socks in my purse or something if I'm not wearing shoes with socks, or even some pressure socks, because the pressure in the cabin causes your feet to swell. So there's even socks that you can purchase over the counter that help with that. And then number 5, and this is the biggest tip of all, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I cannot say it enough. Be sure to drink lots of water. Now, some people say no alcohol at all. I'm not going to go that far. I think a glass of wine helps me to sleep, but you have your own call on that one. But do drink lots of water. It already is dry air in there, and flying already causes dryness, so please be sure to hydrate. And number 6, exercise. Get up and walk around the cabin. Let that blood flow and get circulation. And don't forget to stretch. And number 7, a sleep aid, okay? Whether it's an over-the-counter type sleep aid or melatonin, which is just a herb, or if you actually go to your doctor and ask them to prescribe a sleep aid because you're going on a long flight. A lot of times they'll do that. They'll just give you like 5 for the flight. And try using that too. It's very helpful. We have a routine. We have our meals, and then we take our sleep aid and we go right to sleep, especially when we're in coach. And then number 8, a sleep mask or a neck pillow is a must. Be sure to have a carry-on that includes these items because you'll be so grateful that you brought them. Also, another must, number 9, noise cancellation headphones. Best purchase I ever made. I take them on every flight. You just put them right in your ears. They have all types now, very affordable, but make sure they say noise cancellation. There could be a baby screaming next to me and I'm not going to hear it because of my noise cancellation headphones. And they don't have to be big and bulky anymore. They could be little like this. So be sure to get those noise cancellation headphones. Also, number 10, And our last tip for this is entertainment. Don't count on the airline's screen for TV to be there. One, they're starting to eliminate those, or to work. Download on an iPad or your laptop some of your favorite movies, because maybe you don't even like what they have up there, and have a lot of stuff to keep you entertained. Games, cards, electronically, but be prepared for that. It makes the flight go a lot faster. I know these are simple tips, but I hope they help you on your next long haul flight. Thank you.